I'm Cindy Tobin. I'm demonstrating here today about transferring a cat from a feral cat trap into a feral cat den. This is for a shelter situation for animal control officers or animal care technicians to better handle the cat without getting injured or injuring the cat. It's helpful to understand a little bit about feral cat behavior. I like to think of feral cats' behavior in terms of fractious or defensive or just generally scared. So a fractious cat is going to be out of his mind practically with fear, and he won't even be able to see the door that you want him to go into. So it's helpful to calm him down before transferring him into a den. And a defensive cat will be so focused on you that they won't see the door. So it's helpful to calm them down, get them into that generally scared area where they're calm enough to be able to see the direction that you want them to go. You can manipulate their behavior by affecting or changing the light, the stability of their surface, and touch and sight. So a feral cat is affected by taking the towel off or stepping away from the cat or touching the cat or not staring at the cat. So I like to turn the box on its side so that this door is easily manipulated and you don't have to hold it. It enables you to be able to step away from the trap if you need to. Covering the trap is always beneficial right from the very start. As soon as you approach the cat out in the field or you approach the cat in the receiving center, immediately cover the cat to try to keep it calm from the very beginning. Set up the feral cat box. Make sure your plastic box is open. If you attempt to open the door and the plexiglass is not open and the cat runs into it, it will deter that cat from attempting to try that again. So you want to make sure your door's open. Make sure this door is closed. If you transfer him and the door's open, the cat goes right out the front door. So I set up by uncovering partially this part of the trap. It helps keep this cat at the end of this trap. You want him to stay here while your fingers are fiddling with this end. And this type of trap has a little lip here. You want to make sure that this end stays flush with this part of the trap and bring it down as you open it. So opening this part, stay flush with there, rest the cat trap door, use gravity and the ground to stabilize your surface area here. So this is not moving and this is not moving. The stability of the area that you want the cat to go into is important. If the area is unstable, the cat won't want to move in here. This area needs to be dark. He wants to go from light to a dark area. So uncovering the cat where he is now dark and putting it over the place where you want him to go, making that area dark, will encourage the cat to go from light to dark. And as soon as the cat goes into the box, you can close this door and move this trap back and cover the cat. So now we can demonstrate with some actual cats inside traps. This cat in this trap, he's covered, he's calm, and we want to fiddle with this end of the trap. So we're going to uncover this portion so that he goes to the opposite end of the trap, which typically they'll do. This method works best for feral cats who are afraid. It won't work for cats who are unafraid, friendly cats or aggressive cats, because they are not affected by sight, sound, unstable surfaces. So this will only work with feral cats that are afraid because they are affected by light, sound, unstable surfaces, and being touched and close to humans. This cat is not particularly feral. While he is might be aggressive, his behavior is indicating that he might not necessarily be affected by sight or sound, because I'm in close proximity to the cat and he's not running away. I'm looking at the cat and he's not affected by being seen by me, and he is not acting aggressive at this point. I'm going to, this type of trap lifts here and the door opens here. Make sure my plexiglass is open, and I want the cat to go from light to dark. So I'm going to uncover the trap and cover the place where I want him to go. So I want him to go into this box. Obviously he's not affected by light. He's not affected by being uncovered. So a lot of times if I step away from the cat, give him some time to adjust, look at the box, I can go over here, do my paperwork, come back in a minute and a half, and he will have seen the box, go into it quietly, and be able to, then you'll be able to close the door. In doing that, I can set up the next cat for transfer. So if you have several cats in a row, you can line them up, and while you're waiting for one cat to go into the box, you can be setting up the next cat. Same thing, I'm going to uncover this portion, deter the cat from going to this side of the trap where my fingers are while I fiddle with this door. Put this door right up against here, set this trap open, uncover this portion of the trap, cover the portion I want him to go into, and let him investigate the trap, the box that I want him to go into. This cat also not particularly aggressive, generally fearful, but not defensive and not fractious. So setting up the box and stepping away from the trap and letting him go into the box, giving him a few minutes to investigate it, will help him go into the trap. The cat has, as soon as I got up and walked away, the cat went into the box, and you can simply close the door and the door down and push the door back and cover the cat to keep him calm. Same thing, keep your door open, lid up so this box is stable, up against a wall, because sometimes the cats do pop back into this box so fast that they actually hit the back of this box hard enough to make it jump back a couple inches, and leaving just enough space for the cat to escape out the side. So you want to make sure that whenever possible, you're in an enclosed room and the feral cat box is up against something solid. And uncovering this section of the trap, you want the cat to stay away from this part while you're fiddling with the door. This type of trap has a handy door on the side. Opening this section, taking the towel off of where you want the cat to leave and putting it on the box where you want him to go, and he will be encouraged to go from light to dark. This cat is looking directly at me. He is approaching a defensive zone threshold, so he would be more comfortable if I stepped away from the trap, and he might go straight into the trap as soon as I walk away. This cat over here has already gone into the box, you can see. So now I can close this door, move this back, cover the cat, and that's usually the best way. While you're working with one other cat, the first cat that you started with has already been transferred over into the box. And as soon as the cat goes in the trap, close the door, put the towel over, and the cat's transferred into the box. Some things that might help you if you can't get the cat to go into the box is changing things like the stability of the surface. So if the cat is here and he's not going into the box, sometimes I can gently rock this cage, and that will encourage the cat to also go into the box. Sometimes you can make noises, and so if the cat is over here and he doesn't want to go into the box, you can jingle your keys gently on this end of the trap to make him want to go over here with a noise that he doesn't like on this end. You can also do something simple like blowing on the cat. Just a simple would encourage the cat to not want to be in this position anymore. He wants to be over here in the dark, where I am not going to be in close proximity to the cat. But most of the time, in many instances, just stepping away from the cat and letting him calm down, see the space that you want him to go into, makes the cat want to go right into the box because he wants to go from a light space to a dark space. Boxes are intended to use inside the cages, so this box that this cat was transferred into, he will utilize the entire time he stays at the shelter. And this, you can scan this cat inside this box, you can picture this cat inside this box, and when you're done processing it, the cat goes straight into the cage inside this box, and he will live in the cage throughout his entire stay. And you can open up this door here, and he can use the cage and the litter box and the water, and to clean his cage you can close this door, change out the litter box, and open it back up when you're done cleaning the cat.